Good morning, Stuart Berjanski. I'm the Global Product Manager at Philips Lighting, and today I wanted to talk to you about a new proposition we have that's called SiteWise. SiteWise is a parking lot control system, and we're getting into an area that typically hasn't had a lot of control today. It's a very simple to use system, has ease of installation, has energy savings, as well as a very good payback for the applications that we're doing here. So from an installation standpoint, it's a plug-and-play type system. The contractor would install 2 panels in the electrical closet, connect the power wires that are going to the luminaires to the secondary panel, which we call our dimming signal transmitter panel, and that would be the simplicity of the installation for the contractor in the electrical closet. And then at the pole itself, the contractor would just take off the old HID head and install the new head with the LEDs. Now, we also have the capability to have occupancy sensing, so you can have an occupancy sensor at each luminaire itself, or we can have a single central occupancy sensor, say at the entrance or exit of the building itself. So those would be the triggers that would allow, when motion is sensed, that the lights from any dim level that they're at would then go up to 100% output. So what I want to do right now is demonstrate with the 2 EcoForm Gen 2 luminaires on the pole behind me how the system actually works. So right now the lights are off, and what I'm going to do is just kind of sequence through what would happen on a typical day or night in this case. So when the schedule comes up, the schedule will then basically say for the lights to come on at whatever that time is. So typically what would happen is you would say that the lights would be off at the start of a day, and then the lights would go, say, when at 5 o'clock or so, would go up to 100% output. And then later on in the night, you might want to cut the lights back down to save energy, and so say we cut it down to 50%, and then it would stay at 50% until that point in time that the astronomic time clock tells the system to turn off in the morning, and at that point they would turn off. So that's giving an example of how that system would be working. Now you would really do this by setting up a schedule, so let's go and set up a schedule now. So first we go to the hamburger menu, and we would then select scheduler, and in our case what we want to do is we want to set a new schedule, so we'll hit the plus sign, and that'll bring that up. And then in the box right here it says untitled. We would then call with the schedule something, and let's just call it new, N-E-W. We'll take that down. And so what we would do first is say, what do we want to do in setting up that schedule, choosing a scene. And that scene we want to come on, say, it'll come on at, say, 7 p.m. at 50, or first it'll come on at 100%. So we'll say at 7 it's at 100, and we'll say okay. And then later on at the night, let's say it'll be around midnight. At midnight then, we will choose a new scene. At 12 a.m., we want that to go down to 50%. And then we'll say okay. And so what'll happen is that it'll stay down at 50%, you can see, until the morning when the astronomic time clock would turn it off. At this point, we're going to save, and you can see that schedule is now up here as new. And then what we do is we then assign it to the calendar itself. So we'll go into the calendar, and in this case what we want to do is go, we'll pick the 31st of May, and at the 31st of May we want to assign that new schedule that we just set. We call it new, and you can now see that it is scheduled in there. And we can do this up to 10 different schedules, so that it can account for weekdays, weekends, holiday schedules, custom events that you might have, and this can cover the whole thing. And then ultimately, you would just go back to home, and you do have still the capability to do manual overrides. So you can see right now it's manual, and if we click here, now it's running in automatic, and when it's running in automatic, it's based on the schedule that we just set. To learn more about the benefits of our system, which would include the ease of installation, the sense of security and peace of mind that the application brings, the energy savings, and also how it meets the various codes that are out there, you can go to philips.com/SiteWise. Thanks very much.